Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm about to head out to get my groceries for the week, but ever since I did the Walmart and Aldi's grocery hauls, I just realized like how much I was overspending on my groceries. They have gotten so insanely expensive, but I've spent the last couple months really breaking it down to find the best ways to save money without sacrificing buying the groceries that I actually want to buy. So I'm gonna take you with me to the store. We're gonna do a full grocery haul. I'll show you everything I get. And at the end of the video, I'm gonna break down what today's total cost was versus what I used to spend on groceries. And whether you're shopping for yourself or a family of 4, I have so many great tips to help you eat healthy on a budget. And the last one literally has saved me hundreds of dollars every single month. So definitely stick around for that one. If you're like me and you wanna eat healthy without spending a ton of money, I literally made this video for you. So sweat the thumbs up. That just means give it a little click. And if you're new to my channel, I'm so happy you're here. I have new videos every single week sharing my health and fitness journey to help you with yours. Plus, I do weekly giveaways for my subscribers. All you need to do is hit that subscribe and comment down below, say hi so we can all come and welcome you. And I share our winners every single week in the community channel, so make sure you check back next week to see if it was you. And really fast, before we head out, I have one golden rule when I go grocery shopping, and that is never go hungry. Why? Because if I do, I'm gonna end up putting those kettle salt and vinegar chips and the hint of lime Tostitos and all the things that I don't actually need or want. They're gonna end up in my cart, and I know I'm not alone. So comment down below, tell me what your one thing is that you always end up buying and always feel guilty about later, so we can just like share in that together and not feel so alone. So I'm gonna quickly make a smoothie and then we're gonna head out to the store. This might seem obvious, but the first thing that's really helped me start to save money, it's like a basic one, but I just wasn't good about doing it all the time, is actually making a grocery list of what I need. Like, go through the cabinets, look at the fridge, plan out my meals for the week. It takes an extra minute, but then I don't waste money like buying way too much stuff, which is typically what I ended up doing. I just spilled all the fruit everywhere. Okay, the other thing that's important about the list is really focusing on seasonal fruit and veggies. So I'm actually gonna give you guys a free printable of spring seasonal fruits and veggies to help you when you go to the store too. If you do farmers markets and stuff, that's easier to like see because that's mostly what they're gonna have. But at the grocery store, we usually have everything, but you'll save money if you're buying stuff that's actually in season at the time. Obsessed with adding kefir. This is like raw kefir to my smoothies just for some extra probiotics. So I mostly do water and then I'll do like a little bit of kefir in there and add some more protein too, but I really like the probiotic benefits for like my gut health, especially after we did the Feel Good Gut Guide. It's my favorite. So I have my full list on my phone and I do the little check boxes. So I actually will go through the store and like check it off as I go instead of just like in my head thinking about the things that I need and ended up adding like way too much to my cart. So I'm really focused on this week, what does my family need, which is kind of a family of 4. It's me and Ryan. Luke is a baby, but he actually eats a lot, and then our nanny as well. So really like feeding all of us all the time. So I get like more than just you might think for just me and Ryan. Also, if you've not used the LSF plant protein, that's the peanut butter one, you're missing out. It's basically like PB2, but really high protein. It's 23 grams of protein. You can tell we like it because it's almost gone. But it's just like real peanut. So if you like real peanut, not like fake peanut butter taste like you get in candy bars, like real peanut butter. Okay, so I'm gonna get this blended up. I'm gonna do one final sweep of my fridge and pantry just to make sure I'm not missing anything else on my list, or that I have something on my list that I actually don't need to stock up on this week. Like it could wait a week or something, and just like be very mindful of that. So I'm gonna blend that up, do that, and then we're gonna head out. I actually remembered to get my cooler bag, which like never happens. I feel like the grocery store is always freezing. So sweatshirt, smoothie has been drank. It's time to go. Drank, drank, drunk. Why is it always so hard to get right? Hiding in the wine department because it's quiet so I can talk to you guys. So Whole Foods obviously doesn't like scream budget, but they have a lot of great deals, and they have an app that gives you weekly sales. So that's what I'm looking at right now to try to find all the stuff. And I just found my chicken I normally get is literally like half price this week. So I always pick my proteins, and I'll talk more about how I pick proteins, but sometimes I'll swap them depending on if there's a better sale. Okay, the food in the ready-made section always looks really good, but it is so overpriced. Like, just don't do it. It's insane. Here, for sure, but like most grocery stores. I'm actually a big fan of frozen veggies and fruits and things that you know you're gonna use anytime to have them on hand and to not have to worry about them going bad, like just in case. They're still very nutritious. Just go frozen if it's a better deal. I'm shocked. Like, I'm truly shocked myself. I feel like I'm like winning at life today. I remembered my grocery bag. I saved so much money. I like truly shocked myself. I can't wait to show you guys everything and break it all down, because like I knew I've been doing good things, but like Ryan's gonna be so proud. When I left for the store, it was like the most beautiful spring feeling day, and the clouds have just come in and it is like a downpour outside. I don't know what's happening, but I'm glad I made it home from the store without getting soaked. So I'm gonna pull out all the groceries, show you guys everything I got, and talk about kind of my little hacks that made this the cheapest grocery haul I have ever done, I think. Especially at Whole Foods, that's for sure. So I'll show you guys all that stuff, and then I'm also gonna actually film a full like meal prep with these groceries next week. So make sure you're subscribed so you guys can get like actually what I do with all these groceries, all the recipes I make, to see how to use them. But one thing I do wanna say before I pull everything out is, like I said, I'm like feeding a family of 4 basically. Everything in here is what I needed for my meals for this week. Of course, I have groceries in my fridge and in my pantry that kind of accumulate over time. So it's not like I have to buy every single thing for the week, but I got a ton of stuff, a ton of proteins. I want to tell you my total so bad. It's crazy. Okay, we'll get to that in a second, but I'm gonna start pulling everything out so we can get into this haul. Oh, shoot. I cracked 2 eggs. That's okay. Could have been worse. Whenever I do a haul, I love to talk about kind of the way that I like to grocery shop and just how I set up my meals and everything for the week. So it really comes down to just a couple of things. I focus on my proteins, my greens, and my healthy carbs, and then kind of fill in the rest because those are the staples to all of my meals. So I'm gonna start breaking down the greens I got for this week. I did a big like double head of broccoli. I always have a tendency to grab the broccoli bags that are just like pre-made, you know what I mean? Like they're all chopped up and clean, but they're like $2 more, if not even more than that, than getting it fresh like this. And we might as well use the stem. So again, trying to save money, be a little more practical. It's only gonna take a minute extra to clean. So like, we're good. I got 2 cucumbers. These are great for salads. I'm gonna show you a recipe again in that full meal prep video next week to like really break down how I use these, because it is such a good vegetable to add, especially if you deal with bloating or water retention. It's gonna help flush that out of your system, so keep that, as well as asparagus. I always have asparagus on hand, same kind of thing. It's good raw, it's good cooked. It is just good for your body. And I love these ones, especially if you are trying to de-bloat. And for spring, summer, that is like, I mean, my mind's always kind of there, but especially this time of year, like I don't want to deal with any extra poofiness. So asparagus is great. Parsley is just awesome to throw in salads and soups, on top of like meats, whatever you're doing. Chop it up, use it when you're cooking. It's again a really, really good one to help naturally detox your body. I always like to have asparagus and like cilantros on hand. I had some cilantro in the fridge, but I needed a good fresh bunch of Italian asparagus. And these mixed greens, to me, this is actually a better deal than buying a ton of like different types of greens. Maybe price is gonna be about the same, but these are already washed, already chopped, everything's good to go. I use these in salads and bowls every single day. I'm not joking you. So getting a nice big one like this is really helpful just to have it easy on hand to make sure I'm able to eat healthy meals without having to think about it much. I actually checked my freezer before I left too. I did my fridge and my pantry, but I don't often check the freezer, and I felt like it was a good one because I didn't have a lot of frozen veggies. I don't need a ton. I mostly eat frozen fruit for smoothies, but I got this little stir fry blend. I'm gonna use this again in my meal prep. And to me, frozen veggies are just so nice to have because again, it makes it fast and easy. If you have a family or if you are in a small apartment or you just need something quick, frozen is not a bad thing to have ready to go so you can still make sure you're getting your veggies in without the extra work. All right, so I'm gonna move on to like my carbs, and the first thing is always on my list, sweet potatoes. These are ginormous. I think they're technically yams, same, but these are such a good source of healthy carbohydrates and fiber, and they're gonna be on that seasonal spring grocery shopping list I have for you. So again, you can click down below and get that printable to see like what fruits and veggies are in season, which are a lot of the ones you're seeing here. But root vegetables are a great way to save money because they're usually one of the cheaper veggies to get and a really good carb substitute as well. Okay, so then the other thing that we eat every single day in our house is some form of brown rice or quinoa. I always get some brown rice to cook up, and it's so easy, like in the Instapot, or if you have like not an air fryer, what is it? Like a crock pot, to not have to like sit and wait for the water to boil. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but it just makes it easier for me to be able to do that quickly and have, again, a healthy carb. This is another foundation in my bowls. I throw in my greens, I throw in my grains, maybe put in some of the sweet potato, do the broccoli, right? Like start to build that out. But brown rice is really good. It has high protein as well. Quinoa is a great one for that too, but you kind of get everything you need in that. And I actually did buy fruit. I wasn't gonna buy any fruit, but I did because I bought tomatoes. We're jumping out of our carbs for a second. I forgot these guys. So just a couple of tomatoes to chop up. I am not a tomato eater. Like I'm not gonna like just put a big chunk of raw tomato in a salad. Not my jam, but I will use them to cook with, and I'll do like very small chopped tomato in like different pasta salads and chopped salads. I just don't like love the like seedy, I don't know, it's a texture thing, but I do like the taste of them. Is that weird? Anyone else get what I'm saying? Kind of similarly, onion. I cook with onion all the time. I love grilled onion, sauteed onion. I cannot stand the taste of raw onion. It is foul to me. Like I can't do it, but we always have onion because it's a staple in like my dinner cooking recipes that I make. Okay, kind of going back down the pantry aisles, carbs, not carbs, veggies, canned foods, whatever. I know what I'm getting. I had the list right. I literally only bought one thing that was not on my list. I was so proud of myself, but I just avoid the chip aisle. I go down the one that has like the crackers and the grains and everything, but I know what I need. So I got my brown rice. I also got some garbanzo beans. These are such a good high fiber, high protein vegetable legume to throw into like salads and different meals. All of these things are gonna go into my meal prep, so I'll show you. And then some artichoke hearts. Artichokes are in season. Artichokes are great. So they are cheap if you buy them fresh right now in the spring. However, like they're not the easiest thing to cook, and getting artichoke hearts to throw in salads and things, like it's just easier coming in a can. But if you want them fresh, you wanna do the whole thing, this is the time to buy them. I also found these little Kalamata olives. I always get the jars of them, but this was half the price of the jar, and it's the same serving size. So you have to like take a minute to pay attention to these things. Sometimes I'm so used to just buying what I know, right? So it's slowing down to actually look at like, what are the serving sizes? What are the price differences? I feel like people always get like duped on Amazon or different shops with this too, because you're like, oh, like protein's a great example. Like you see, oh, that protein's like $15 or $20. Well, it's only like 10 servings. So you have to look at serving size and price to really understand how things compare. So I got those. I got some feta cheese. Feta is really good if you have digestive issues with cheese in general. Harder cheeses and cheeses like feta that have lower lactose are typically easier to digest. Greek yogurt, a big old thing. I actually realized I got the whole milk, like whole fat, which is fine. This is like my secret ingredient in my meal prepping. If you've watched any of my meal prep videos, you know. Okay, before I get into the protein though, like I just have to remind you guys, I got the receipts. We're gonna talk about it in a second. But like the last tip I'm gonna give you is truly what has saved me so much money and why I went shopping today. I'll get into it in a second, but I want to give you my tip number 3. So tip number 3 is to focus on the type of protein you buy. It is going to vary wildly. Of course, if you're buying all grass-fed organic, it's just going to be more expensive. So you have to decide kind of what budget range you're in, but even beyond that, it comes down to like the cuts of the meat. So if you're doing ground meats, which I mostly eat, ground turkey, ground beef, ground lamb, it's gonna be a lot less expensive than like premium cuts of those meats to cook up. I have 2 ground turkeys. I eat ground turkey most days, again, throwing them in my bowls. I got some chicken breasts. It's just like air chilled chicken breast, boneless, skinless. You can get a little bit cheaper if you do like the bone and the skin on. To me, it's just like more of a hassle though to deal with it. I'm not gonna be eating the skin, I'm not gonna be eating the bone, so I'd rather pay a little bit more and get it ready to go. I also got this one from the butcher that was a really good price, and it's also just chicken breast, but it's marinated in some like garlic and stuff, so I thought that would just be fun to kind of mix it up. And then I got lamb, so ground lamb. This was a better deal than the ground bison or ground beef. So like I said, sometimes I'll say like on my grocery list, like ground beef, but if it's like really expensive compared to something else that might be on sale, like I'm gonna get the thing on sale and kind of switch up my plan for the week's meals. And the last thing in my protein is my eggs that I dropped and broke. 1, 2, technically 3, technically 4. I thought it was only 2, dang it. They're all lightly cracked. So I'm probably going to take these and maybe whip them up into something today just so they don't sit in there cracked and get them used. I'm gonna use them either way, so it's not that big of a deal. Just use them sooner than I had planned. But I get a pasture raised eggs. Of course, you can save money if you're getting even lesser eggs, but I'm not particular about the brand necessarily. These ones were on a better sale, so I bought these. I buy these a lot, but I kind of just mix it up depending on what the best price is for the type of egg I know I want to buy. So my budget might be different, but like for me, I'm still trying to be as mindful of budget as possible, but I'm gonna blow your mind when I show you guys the receipt for Whole Foods. It's crazy. Okay, number 4. This is how I save so much money, and again, we'll get into it. I didn't even really realize this was a thing until I started doing the Aldi's and the Walmart haul. Why can't I say that? Walmart haul with you guys. But grocery stores have a specific day that they do like sales, and they like get rid of some stuff and bring in new things. And at Whole Foods it's on Wednesday, so that's why I went today, because I've loved experiencing new grocery stores and seeing how good of deals there are at some of those. But at the end of the day, the Whole Foods is the most convenient because it is literally right down my street. So it's always gonna be like my quick go-to one. So it's all about trying to figure out how to budget there. And they have these sales on Wednesdays, and they have the app. And so I go on Wednesdays so that I can get the best deals possible. And that's why I kind of made some of these switches. I had originally gotten more like of a similar air chilled chicken breast at the butcher, but it was like 3 times the price. This was on sale for $5.99. I got the lamb because it was on sale for like $4.99 or something, and the beef was like $9.99. So they tell you all the different deals they're having right now. It's like a whole like Mediterranean spring theme, which is great because the seasonal stuff, which is already cheaper, is even cheaper because it's on sale for this week at least, like with all these different fruits and veggies and things. So that has been one of the game changers for me, actually going on the big sale day and shopping the sale items and being really mindful. I'm not gonna buy stuff I don't need or won't eat just because it's on sale. That would be a waste if it's not in my norm. But there seems to always be at least a handful of items that I typically buy, but maybe just a different brand, that are on sale, and it has saved me hundreds of dollars every single month. It really has been a huge game changer. So let me tell you what I spent. Whew. Okay, this is wild, you guys. For me, this is crazy. I got 27 items. My total with tax is $104, and I saved $11.27. That's with my Prime membership, with the sale stuff. So $11.27 doesn't seem like a huge amount here, but that's just from the specialty sale items that I bought. Some of the other stuff was me just being careful about choosing things that were a better price already than what I normally buy. That's crazy. So my total bill, again, $104, and then I saved $11.27. I don't think I've ever left Whole Foods for under $100. I mean, honestly, for under like $200. It is wild. Normally when I go and do a normal week haul like this, I'm pushing $250. It is a lot more. I was blown away by this, and I feel like $100 to feed us and have all this groceries for the week, to do all this meal prep that you're gonna see in the next video, is a really, really good deal when you're buying it from Whole Foods especially. All right, so that is everything I bought, about $100 to feed the 4 of us for the entire week. And in the video next week, I'm gonna show you my full meal prep, so make sure you guys are subscribed so you don't miss out on that video and you can see exactly what I do with all of these ingredients to have meals for the entire week that we can enjoy that are healthy and super budget friendly. And in that video, I'll even break down the cost of the meals so you can see just how inexpensive it can be to eat healthy. Okay, so real quick to recap those tips, always make a grocery list with the things you actually need. Do a double check on yourself, going through your pantry, your fridge, and your freezer. Make sure to focus on the types and cuts of protein you're buying. It's gonna save you a lot of money. And number 4, shop on sale days. If you have Amazon Prime, you can get deals at Whole Foods. They have different sales, but find out wherever your grocery store is, what days they have their biggest sales, and make it a priority to shop then because it will save you hundreds of dollars. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot to show you the one item that was not on my list that I bought. Baking soda. I know, it was like 99 cents, but I need it because this is how I wash my fruits and veggies, which I'll show you in my meal prep video. So before I get into that one and start prepping everything, make sure you grab that seasonal fruits and veggies printable down below, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget, good things come to those who sweat, so I'll see you next week. Bye.